Hello, everyone, Randy here, working on the John Deere 2510 here again today, and we got all kinds of stuff we can work on here, everyone. We'll see once what we can get to. I'm not entirely sure what we'll all get done here. We're just going to probably start on something, pick something, and start working on it. For starters here, I figured we'd probably work on getting the yellow piece we painted here yesterday up on the top of the cab there. That's that blank spot up there. That's where that piece goes. Also, if you see sitting in the toolbox there, yes, I do have more glue so I can finish putting the piece of fabric up. Also, I've got a piece of steel sitting here as well. So if we get our CAD file we got sitting up here. Yes, there's our CAD file. I only got one piece of one. I was thinking I could maybe get this out of one piece, but unfortunately I don't think I quite can. I'm going to need a second piece here. No matter how I lay this, it just doesn't lend itself well to getting two pieces out of it, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get another sheet of this. Oh well. This is just 1/8 of an inch steel, by the way. So a little bit heavier. I've got some, I think it's 16 gauge, but this 1/8 of an inch is, like I said, a lot heavier, and I think that'll be better because we could potentially be standing on this here. So I'd like to have it a little bit stiffer, if you will. And I'm not entirely sure either, everyone, how we're going to support this, because it's going to be supported here, obviously, right? But how do we support it back here? I haven't figured that out yet. We got possibly a bolt location there, some possible more bolt locations down there. Not sure yet. We'll have to figure that out. So anyway, I thought we'd maybe start by putting that piece up there. That shouldn't be too bad of a job. We'll get some pop rivets, drill a couple holes here, and should be easy enough. Okay, I think that'll work there. Ended up just putting some self-tappers in there instead. I was going to grab the rivets there and was like, oh, I got self-tappers here. That'd be a lot easier, I thought. So got those up there, just one in each corner. Put silicone all the way around both the steel piece here and then on the inside there as well, just to kind of keep it a little bit tighter. Not that this cap is particularly tight anyway, but just to seal that up as much as possible. Also, what I realized here, I went and grabbed a pair of safety glasses to put on while doing this, but, well, they work good up there too, right? Next up, gluing the last piece of fabric to the top of the cab here. At least it should be on everyone, unless I decide to maybe put fabric down the sides as well. I haven't fully decided that yet. Probably gonna do vinyl, but anyway, for those of you who wonder what I'm using for this, by the way, this is just Permatex heavy duty. What's a tractor, right? Heavy duty automotive headliner adhesive. It's not really actually fabric adhesive, I guess, but works the same way, right? Actually seems like it works pretty good. Nope. That's coming out a little. This is probably where I get those wet streaks from. It seems like they dry up. Yeah, it doesn't look really nice maybe while they're putting it on. We need to shake this up a little more yet. Okay, let's try that again here. I already shooken it before I started recording. There, oh, okay. There we go, now it's looking good. Make sure we get the ends really good. Been sticking with 2 coats here, by the way. That seems to do a pretty good trick. You're supposed to wait like 5 minutes between putting coats on, but come on now, who's got time for that? I gotta say, everyone, it feels like there's so much more room in here without the seat in here. I don't know why that is, just it feels that way. Yeah, let's get that wire out of the way. This piece of fabric, by the way, I'm gonna try to wrap it around this piece of steel, so it's gonna go right up in here, and then of course all the way down like the other pieces are. Okay, well, there we go. That actually didn't go too badly there. Again, like I said, you can see these wet spots in there. If you look around, it doesn't really show up anywhere else. So I think once the glue dries there, that seems to go away. Oh, yeah, you can see I've got a little extra glue right up there. Yeah. Not sure what I can do about that yet. I want to see if we can maybe put like something on there to beautify that a little bit, or we can just leave it the way it is too, I guess. It doesn't, I mean, it's way better, way nicer CAD than it was before, so. But yeah, we'll let that dry, and then I can put this, this board back on here. And like I said, everyone, that should do it for the top of the cab here. It should be done. Oh, wait, I just seen something I do need to finish yet. Yes, these lights, everyone. They come with labels on them. I assume these were sticky labels. I mentioned this before, I think. And this kit here actually came with a sticky set of labels to put on here, but it's like, what good do those labels do if you can't get these off? Unless, I don't know, maybe I'm missing something. But yeah, that's kind of, gonna have to do something about that, I guess, everyone. Someone said I can get spare caps for these, so I'm gonna have to look into that yet and see once if I can replace these caps. I'm not sure how those come off, but yeah, I definitely, I mean, some of them aren't too bad, you know, roof lights, side lights, spotlights, LED light bar. That one's gonna be true, except it's not on that switch. It's LED light bar is gonna be one of these four. Driving lights, yeah, I don't know that any of the lights I have would be considered driving lights. Some of these aren't too far off, I guess. I mean, we can live with them if they're not, if we can't find something better. I realized too, by the way, everyone, I had said I was going to, last video, work on these lights up here. I think I'm going to hold off on that, seeing as how the seating arrangements right at the moment are less than desirable. Well, next I think we're going to start by programming our CAD file here so we can cut out this piece of steel. And again, unfortunately, I've been looking at this. I don't think I can get two. We're going to need one more piece of steel yet. I've kind of been flipping this around a little bit, trying to figure out how to get it on here so we can get two. And it just doesn't look like it's going to happen, so oh well. There we go, all programmed, ready to cut. You know, that kind of looks like a state almost. Missing a little bit of it maybe, but almost. Okay, everyone, hopefully you can hear me here. I'm not sure how, but while I was cutting this, somehow a piece got in my eye here. How it got in through all of this, I don't know, but it did. Unfortunately, it feels like it's still in there yet, so I don't know. I'll have to be careful with it here. That's obviously a piece of steel. Probably was a hot piece of steel too yet. Luckily, it feels like it's up in the corner here, so it's not like in the middle of the eye or stuck on it or anything like that. But anyway, the piece is cut here. There it is laying down there. Now to see if it'll fit. Well, I would say that almost fits. Not bad for the first try. Looks like I just need to take out just a little bit right in that corner there, and I think we'll be pretty good. Try number two. Hey, look at that. Almost a perfect fit. I think that's pretty good. Not bad. Not bad if I do say so myself. I'm going to have to check and see if these pedals have enough clearance here. It's kind of hard to tell the cardboard. It looks like I might have to cut back here a little bit further. And this angle here too, if you look, the pedal here, let's see if I actuate the pedal. Notice how the pedal there, yeah, it has an angle piece. That's why the angle is cut in there. A little bit annoying on this side. The clutch side should be a little bit easier. I can make it a lot tighter because it's just a straight pedal up and down. So I can just go straight across. So the other side's going to be almost the same, just a little bit different. Try number three. I guess the CAD file wasn't quite 100% accurate here. Just took a little bit more off here and off the edge here as well. Depressing the pedal, it was rubbing right up against there, and plus it was not cut back far enough. By the way, when the tractor's on, you can't really push these pedals back very far because it is powered brakes. But when the tractor's off here, these pedals do go back quite a ways, which looks like that might be far enough. I'll have to get up in there and actually push on it with my foot just to see if I can get it to go any further. Try number four. Attempt number 5. Okay, this time I finally cannot press the pedals back far enough to contact the steel there, so that should finally be good. I might have to put something under there to maybe give that a little more support, though. It actually is pretty solid, and I don't know why you'd ever be standing on that, but just in case. What I think I'm going to do, by the way, everyone, for those big open gap here is I'm probably going to stuff one of these pieces in here somehow. And, you know, I mean, if it'll flex with a pedal, right? Maybe put one underneath and one on the top. Somehow, I'm not entirely sure how yet, everyone. But that's how I plan on filling that gap. By the way, I got another package of this stuff. Yeah, just forget what this stuff is exactly called again. It's basically acoustic foam as well. So we'll just kind of tuck that in there somehow, somewhere. Not entirely sure how yet, but we'll figure that out when we get to it. What we're going to do now is cut some diamond plate. I'm probably not going to worry about back here, but at least for this section here, we'll just put some diamond plate on there. And yeah, probably, I don't know, maybe just like up to here. And what I'm thinking of, maybe I can get like a little angle bracket. We can just weld under there, give it a little extra support. And I was thinking I should probably like get a support from the bottom up to here, but I don't think that's really necessary. I mean, this piece is pretty solid. That's not going anywhere. And especially once we throw a bolt in here, and a bolt here to hold it down, I think it's actually pretty good. And just like that, we got a piece cut that'll fit over that. Again, the back piece isn't covered there, everyone. I think that'll be fine, because again, I plan on putting something over it. This part here I'm probably going to leave open. I'm not sure how much of it, but probably somewhere in there. So that'll kind of be like a nice stepping spot right there, I think. Debating how I want to do this, everyone. I'm thinking I'm just going to maybe kind of like spot weld around it, or just leave it separate pieces. I might just leave them separate pieces. It's kind of what I'm thinking, but I don't know, everyone. Maybe I should spot weld around it. I'm just not sure. But the thing I don't like about spot welding around it, that leaves a layer in between there. Yeah, not really painted. I suppose I could slap some paint on it, then weld it. That might get interesting as well. That might be better than doing nothing, I suppose. Yeah, that's a good question. What do you do when you got two pieces like this? Because again, everyone, untreated, it'll rust in between there over time. And you know, if you weld it all the way around and you get it really good, that's probably the best you can do. But I don't think we can weld this all the way around. That probably just wouldn't be practical. I'll have to think about that some more. Maybe I'll just leave that at that point for now. And we'll call that good. And I'll have to do a little thinking on this. Well, everyone, before we wrap it up for the night here, I thought we'd trim off that foam that I put along here. We'll see how that goes. Shouldn't be too bad. And yes, everyone, can you believe it? They let me have a knife this big. I mean, come on now. Well, look what I did with a small knife. I mean, knife this big? Oh boy. Okay, well, everyone, I think we're going to wrap it up for this video here. That was easy enough to cut the foam over there. That actually went really good, and hopefully once we put some fabric or vinyl over that, it should look pretty good. I'm hoping. We'll find out, I guess, when we put the vinyl over it. Hopefully that'll stick to it as well. I could definitely tell where the new foam I put down was actually denser than the stuff I'd originally put on there. It's like the stuff I originally put on there really expanded and had large cells. The old stuff is like really densely packed, which actually I prefer to see that, everyone, but oh well. So anyway, everyone, that's a glass update here. Still working on that yet. Also, another thought here as well I happen to have, everyone, with the heater up here. I mentioned I tried it this past Saturday, of course. We basically got no heat out of it. For as much power as it was drawing, everyone, there was basically no heat. It was just like blowing, you know, like outside temperature air was blowing back out of it. It's like, well, that's weird. It's not throwing any heat into it. Happen to think, everyone, I was running the air conditioner before that, and the way this unit probably works is it just cycles the air through a common area. And if I had been running the air conditioner, that probably means the coils were still cold. Therefore, it was air conditioning the air and then maybe trying to heat the air. That's what I'm thinking, everyone. I'm not sure. Anyway, hopefully maybe this Saturday again, everyone, we'll get the tractor back out. It's supposed to be really cold this Saturday, so it might be a good test there to see if the heater's actually working. You know, worst case, everyone, is I'm just going to have to put bigger fuses and relays in the battery box here. Not the end of the world. Not really that expensive either. If that's what we got to do, that's what we got to do. Like I said, not that big of a deal. Just I want to make sure it actually produces good heat first before I bother investing in more stuff for the battery box here. And everyone, thanks for watching. Comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And until next time.